I'm going to start with Perry. Tell us about Kickstarter, why you started it, what does it do, and what have been the results?
Okay. Everybody can hear me? Yes? Great. So I run a website called Kickstarter.com, so it's pretty easy to find. And basically it's a fundraising platform for creative projects. And so what you'll catch from that is the focus on creative and projects. It's not about fundraising for anything other than a specific project, and we keep things in the creative umbrella, which is arts and film and music, but also journalism and food related, and anything we think kind of touches on creativity. We are a platform. We don't go find donors for anybody. What we do is we give you a set of tools to connect with the audiences that you already have, your social network, your fans, your community, and bring them to a place where you're presenting a specific project with a specific goal and a specific amount of money you want to raise and a specific amount of time as well. So for example, you know, we would have a musician who's raising funds for their album, $5,000 within the next 2 months, a filmmaker, etc. And it could be an individual who's using our site, so bypassing an organization. It could also be an organization that's using it on behalf of an individual or to raise funds for one of the organization's own projects. And so what we really are is we're focused on creating a product that is a high conversion environment, a place for when you tweet or Facebook or send your email list and send them the link of, hey, look at this fundraising project we're trying to do, and they come to Kickstarter with their 20 seconds of attention, that they get a grasp of what it is you're trying to do, what it is that they can do to help you, and what it is that they get in return. And what you're going to be asking them on Kickstarter is for funds. And you're going to be explaining how you want to use those funds and what the project is. And it's a two-way street, as I think one of the speakers in the panel before us talked about. We ask that you always offer something in return. So you can create tiers like, you know, NPR, pledge drive style. $20 you get this, $50 you get that, $1,000 you get whatever. And you can sculpt those however you like. And it's a real creative process to kind of do that in a really good way to get people more involved and to feel like there's value being exchanged. It's not just a one-way street. And, you know, donor fatigue sets in very quickly when it's always just asking. And, you know, not to get too granular, but, you know, one of the things that we really focus on is that it's not just about that moment in time where you're raising money. It's also about using our platform or whatever tools you have to continue to keep people involved in the process. You know, raising funds is usually the beginning of a process for a project. And once you're raising the funds and as you go forward, you know, how is the fundraising going? How are the first steps of the project going? What are some things that are happening that are both good and things that you didn't expect? And using media, using photos, using Q&As that you post, using video to really update both the people that have supported you and the public as well to the progress of the project. Because, you know, people want to go behind the act of giving and they want to see they want to be a part of the process. They want to see how the sausage is made. To a lot of people, there's a tremendous amount of value to that. So that's really what we try to help you do with Kickstarter. And we launched about 9 months ago, and about $3 million has been pledged to, I would say, over 700 or 800 projects to date.
And so what is the feedback from the people who've gotten that money, other than yay?
Well, I mean, you know, the people who get the money do the hard work. You know, I mean, they take it upon themselves to go out there and I know Philip's going to talk about this, but to ask, to do the act of asking. And we all know how difficult it is to kind of get past that, you know, that psychological boundary of asking. And honestly, we build our product in the way that we hope that Kickstarter is a social lubricant for you to ask your social network or your audience for money, because we know how difficult it is. The more specific you become, the easier it is to ask. When you're asking, hey, can you help me? It's a lot harder than, hey, can you help me do X?